organizers for inviting me here to share the journey since the beginning before becoming UniFAHS. We are the Phage startup based in Bangkok. We use the bacteriophage technology, which is in the morning you have heard a lot from Dr. Eve from Biotech, our collaborator in the project. And UniFAHS, we use the Phage technology to tackle bacterial diseases. And we started from the poultry industry, from livestock. And now we are moving to protect the disease in aquaculture, especially the shrimp farms. And my journey, maybe just to make the story short, yes, I'm coming back to actually set up these startups after my graduate study, because I started the Phage project during my master PhD at Cornell. So I gained a lot of experiences working on the Phage technology. So since then, now it's been like, in 2027, that will be 20 years working on this technology. That is just scary to say, but yeah, I have passion, I have a belief, I have these powerful, very true experiences working in this technology. And during the time I work with also aquaculture, actually before poultry, I work with aquaculture. I work with smoked salmon. So we had to look for alternatives to chemical treatments to control listeria on smoked salmon. So we work with smoked salmon producers in upstate New York. I mean, actually in New York State, not just upstate New York. And I work with phages. We develop phage collections for smoked salmon industry. And later I found that, yes, this is a very powerful tool, very powerful technology to use to control other diseases. Why not just coming to the kitchen of the world in Thailand, where we have, produced, shrimp, poultry, chicken, pork, and even like other agricultural products, right? So and then establish UniFAHS based here in Thailand. So with the mission to use the Phage technology to support sustainable production along the food supply chain from farm to fork. And this is the concept that we want to promote, the One Health. So everyone in the food supply chain, everyone meaning animals, humans, environment, we have to be safe in the environment. And of course, we have to tackle AMR together. So we empowering phages to take care of our planet here. In aquaculture, yes, just to make this short, right? So we know that if the shrimps get vibriosis, and that is gonna increase mortality rate, especially in hatcheries where you have only like 20 to 30 days critical period to actually control vibriosis. And whether or not you cannot, how much you can control, or you have to terminate that pond, total loss, it can go up to $1 billion per year. And especially if you think about how farmers don't want to lose that whole crops where they already invested with the small shrimps, ranging from 100,000 to million shrimps in the pond. They need to treat it with something that's effective for them. And we know that this is one of the options they choose, right? Antibiotics, that's gonna cause superbugs if you continue using it. And often if you just go on FDA list, you see that they already have warnings from several countries around the world, including in Southeast Asia, about antibiotics residue left in the germ exported to the final destination. So yes, this is the phage technology that you have heard a lot. So it's very specific to Vibrio species that we are trying to control. So the approach is we're not just selling the bottle off the shelf. What we are doing is we need to understand what farmers have. What farmers have in terms of disease and in terms of what type of vibrios, what type of species they have on their farm, the prevalence, that's very important. This is what you are going to tackle, the most predominant type of vibrio first. And by just working out with the farmers, you can see we are working one-on-one engagement with them. We have to understand, it's like you go to the hospital, sitting across from the doctor is gonna ask you, it all depends on how much time they have with you, right? Or, if you go to private or you go to a public hospital, right? They're gonna try to get your history out. So we need to really work, but we are gonna spend time with our farmers. We're gonna really try to figure out what they have, and we're gonna look at our phage bank to actually formulate the effective formulation for them. That's gonna come to the phage-based product that is also personalized, tailor-made for them. So for UniFAHS, we have grown in the past few years. We have ISO certified for phage production in the region. We have product registration in 7 countries, and mostly in the poultry and livestock sector. And we have partners in 9 countries who are our sale and distribution partners. And we are moving forward for food application in the US, UAE, Australia, and New Zealand. So you can see that this technology, as I mentioned, we are supporting disease control prevention, food safety from farm to fork. So I would like to just ensure that we are going across this just for customers that can get good and high quality food. So we were recognized in the Asian Blue Innovation Challenge for the biotech in fisheries, and we got support by UNDP to conduct the project to actually have the first version of the product for aquaculture, Lice V here. So you can see that our phage technology, if it's gonna target Vibrio species, they have a very specific receptor binding to be very, very specific to that bacteria of target, and it can kill within 15 to 20 minutes. It promotes good ecosystem and microbiome. That's because it's just gonna look for Vibrio. They're not gonna go over other hosts, other bacteria, including beneficial bacteria that you are using in your growing system. So we try for the dose recommendation by mixing in the feed at 0.5%. And this is the magic number that we have to work out with our farmers. When we first try to introduce our product to the farmers, they said, no, this is not the right dose that you are using. And I'm like, no, this is the right dose, because we have studies in the lab. We know what is the ratio, what is the phage concentration is gonna go into the farm to control this bacteria. But they said, no, but all our feed supplements, feed additives, you are not going to mix it over than 0.5 to 1%. So this is what we learn, what we gain insight a lot from the customers, from the farmers. We are just listening, adapting, modifying our procedures to fit them. And then they ask, when do you want us to mix can we mix together with this and this and this? We're like, we're not sure, but you can try. Yeah, so at the end of the day, they just try to mix it in the same process for vitamin, minerals, other feed additives, and it's fine. You don't need to actually decide anything that is more complicated for farmers. You work out with them, listen to them, and when to feed. You decide a planning program basically for them, but they say, no, this is how we are going to use. We're gonna use only 2 days per week. We're not gonna use like 5 days a week like what you recommended, because we know when VBO is gonna pop up, when it's gonna go down, when we have all this data. And I'm like, oh, that's great. Okay, so this is something, working out with them, listening to them, going to talk to them more, adjusting your procedures. This is how you're gonna win over your customer, and that's gonna be the real procedure, real SOP you can implement for your farmers. Yeah, so we learned this by using their models, and we can see that it can prolong the infection rate of vibrios and lower the mortality rate and lower the cost saving by 20%. So yeah, we use our product. We have the trials with the hatcheries and the grown out. So we can see the grown out, they use it for premium shrimps. And yeah, this is in one of the network farms that we use in the south of Thailand. So you can see that they have, they like something that they can do it and ensuring themselves. They have to mix this at their farm. They know that the procedure for mixing, everything is incorporated, and their shrimps get to eat and when to eat, you know. And one of the key people that have influence on the product is our distributor. The distributor will just come to us and say, look, we know that when they mix, they're gonna mix with other products, and you have to ensure that your products are easy for them to mix, and you have the product that is like shelf stable and be available for them when they need. So I think all of these will take to consideration how you're gonna, ensure product availability. Looking at the shrimp market, it will reach 1.5 billion USD. But what we want to see is the reduction of antibiotic use in the global market here. And this is why UniFAHS, we have projected to actually support the One Health impact for animal, environment, and human by the less use of antibiotics, just promote gut health, keep the balance in the ecosystem, less chemical treatment, and less chemical illusion or waste into the water and farmland. And at the end of the day, consumers gonna have to be healthier. We promote this technology. As I mentioned, we started from the poultry sector. And for the poultry sector, you need to really reduce the need of antibiotics. This is why the FAO last year already launched the program for animal health innovations. And by joining this global conference, we need to actually push this technology out to have the Phage technology to achieve sustainable agriculture transformation. So we work out with a lot of partners in academia, private sectors, funding agencies, and so on to actually prove our product market fit from farm to fork, and not just the poultry or livestock sector, but now we are moving toward agriculture, and now we are gonna have to go for farm feed, food processing sector for our market expansion. So we have a team, R&D production team, and we emphasize on the R&D team that we have to understand the phage biology and platform, how we're going to ensure the advancement of this platform, and what is going to be the core tech, the encapsulation technology, and at the end of the day, how to use it. That is very important. If you have the tech, but you don't know how the tech is working, you don't have the application team, you're not going to be able to answer the customers or farmers when they already they want to use, but they have a lot of questions for you. So with that, together, let's bloom our world with our phage technology. Thank you.